more here. Oh, look at that screen. Woo, that is beautiful. All dusty. Warning. Oh, look at that. Ride command. I wonder if this is just on demo bikes. Alright, so we've got some time here to take a look at the controls before we get on the road. Alright, so on the left we got horn, high and low beams, turn signal, hazards in the middle. You've got your toggle for your screen on the left here so that you don't have to take your hands off that handlebar. On the right we've got ignition, emergency off, power, and then cruise control, which on the Chief Dark Horse, which we are on today, comes standard. Lots of bells and whistles on the Chief Dark Horse, which starts, let's see if it says on here, at about 17,000. This is the Alumina Jade Smoke model, which starts at 17,500. Always going to pay a little bit more when you go with something other than the standard black or whatever the standard color model is. But guys, this, if I hadn't said already, is the 2022 Chief Dark Horse. Whew, I'm so excited to ride this bike. Was going to get on the bobber, which would put your handlebar somewhere around here, but we're here on the Chief Dark Horse, which puts me, I would think, like around the, like if you're talking a comparison with a Harley Cruiser, maybe like the Slim. Is this riding positions? We got mid controls. Feet are flat on the ground on both sides, so it's just an ideal riding position. We're going to take we're in tour mode here. Oh, very easy on the throttle here. Just got some grippy brakes, and off we go. Oh, kind of a late throttle, late clutch engagement, which is a little bit weird. I think we've got a lot of new riders on this test ride. So we're gonna get it out of tour mode because I think that's what's preventing me from. Let's go home. Ah, there we go. Let's get into sport mode right away. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, a lot torquier in sport mode. These mid controls are nice and comfortable. Ride position, you know, for you've got the handlebars that don't have much of a rise off of the fork. So I'm leaning forward just a little bit, but by all means, it's not uncomfortable. The seat is comfortable. So, I mean, get it back to there. All digital instrumentation here, which is really cool. Gives you that analog feel, though. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could change this to a digital look for the speedometer and the tachometer. But we'll leave it here because this is familiar. I can't see behind me. We did leave the group behind though, so hopefully they get back with us. So yeah, throttle response, even, I mean, obviously when we went from tour to sport mode, it just got on it because, you know, it's much more torquey in sport mode than it is in tour mode. Yes. But tour mode is going to be a lot of fun too. Once you get out on the open road, you're on the highway and you just want to cruise along, that's going to be nice. Just to give you a little bit of information about myself so you guys can make an informed decision or know how this bike fits me because of my size. I'm about 5'6". My inseam is about 30 inches. Oh, see, even in sport mode, that clutch lets out a little bit late, and still the throttle response is definitely more touchy and torquier. But by all means, this does not feel like something where I'm going to feel as a new or newish rider like it's out of reach or too much. So I'm hitting my leg here on this this air cleaner, I think, here on the left. kind of hurts. Only when I'm switching gears, because you got these nice long pegs here on the side. But we'll see if I can make an adjustment so I stop hitting that, because I mean, metal on knee is not a good thing. Let's see. Look, we letting out the clutch here fairly late. Does that clutch engage? Yeah. Something to get used to, because in the beginning I thought, am I even out of neutral, because it didn't seem like it wanted to go. But you gotta let that thing all out. Yeah. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. All right, we're gonna see if the turn signal cancels automatically here. And it did. So that's nice. So we got all LED lighting on this bike, which is another bonus. You know, even if you're comparing it to a Harley, you might get an LED headlight, but you're still looking at bulbs in your turn signals. We got LED all the way around. You know, these might seem like little things, but all the little things that you get standard on a bike like this add up. So I feel like getting this bike at starting at 17,000 is not a bad sticker price. Slow speed here is really nice. Like I said, because this throttle is really really kind when it comes to when it comes to rolling on it. You got to roll on it pretty hard for it to get going. Well, let's just hear neutral. If you can hear, you probably can't hear now. Let me see if I open up the face shield. So look here, I'm here, barely nothing, and then you're getting a little more. If I back it up so you can see the RPM, twisting, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's these are just things you're gonna get used to when you're riding a new bike. Can feel the heat a little bit here on my right leg, but that's not something you're not going to. I mean, you're gonna experience that if you're riding a cruiser. You're gonna feel that heat on your leg on an air-cooled engine. And this engine, the 116 V-twin engine that Indians got here in the Chief series, it's nice. The exhaust here on the Chief Dark Horse is a kind of a quiet exhaust. When I'm cutting in front of this PT Cruiser. It's got a nice deep throaty sound, but it's definitely, even when I get on it, it's on the quiet side. I'm gonna try and lean into this turn. Yeah, the lean angle on this bike says, I think it's about 28.5, which is about the same as like your if you're a Harley fan, as your Street Bob lean angle. 28.5 degrees on both sides. But I mean, we had made a decent lean into that turn, and there weren't any problems. Let's give ourselves a little space and slingshot a little bit, even though we're not supposed to. Oh yeah, when you got to be careful in sport mode when you let that throttle all out at once. It really gets you going. Stop and go. This is not the best the best demo route. Hopefully we're not just gonna go straight back to the dealer here, and we're gonna get out on a country road so we can book it a little bit. Come on, everyone, just go. Demo ride rules. Just go. So this bike comes with a solo saddle, and it's made out of a nice material. I don't think it's leather. It's a leatherette kind of material, and it's definitely got me stuck in place. So that's something not something I worry about, but something that I keep in mind when you're riding on a solo saddle on a cruiser. Usually, some bikes they make them out of leather. The seats are made out of leather, and you kind of feel like you're sliding back when you really get on it. I mean, you're on a cruiser, so you're not going to be zipping around too much, but it's nice to feel held in place, not just because of the design of the saddle, but because of the material. So That's a really nice thing here on the Chief Dark Horse. So we're here at this stoplight. Let's take a look here. I got a range of different different displays we can look at here. This is till empty, 128 miles, average miles per gallon. Ooh, the weather. Got your battery. Right, so a bunch of trip statistics, navigation, and this is something that's pretty awesome that comes standard on this bike. Yeah, getting used to that, where that clutch engages now. But it's pretty awesome that with this command center or ride command that you got here with all the digital tools in your display, is you get navigation built right in. And you know, when I ride, I don't have a screen like this on my bike, and I use my phone so I can at least hear my navigation. But you know, it's all makes a big difference if I can just look down and get this. You can also, I believe, hook up your Bluetooth, and that way you can get the instructions in your ear too, so you don't have to look down at the screen. And if I lean back just a little bit, I don't have to look down from my screen. Even in a full-faced helmet, I don't have to look down to see the display. So that's a good thing. You know, when you put the display on the tank, it's really kind of useless in my opinion. And a lot of people complain about like the Street Bob, the tiny little LED display that they have. Oh, we're really getting into it here. Yeah, this is a demo ride. It's all good. Probably didn't even have to switch to 5th gear here, even though we've got 6 gears to take advantage of. Yeah, oh, this bike feels really good here in this wide sweeping turn. Now this is where, you know, these cruisers are going to excel, when you're not taking some real twisty turns, but when you're on the long straightaways and then these wide sweeping turns. Bike feels really well balanced. The suspension feels really nice, you know, because we're in this turn and there's a little bit of undulation here in the road, and doesn't deviate me from my turn. Now, unlike the Scout, this has a narrower front tire than on the Scout, so I think that probably you're going to feel a little bit more confident in turns on the Chief than you are on the Scout. Woo, that was nice. You don't get that on a test ride a lot. But that was pretty awesome. All right, so I talked a little bit about my height. I'm 5'6" with a 30-inch inseam, and I mean, flat footing it easy. I mean, I can stand up and pretty much get my rear end off the seat. That's how much room I have here. I mean, if you're at my height, can flat foot with bent knees, you know this bike is friendly to vertically challenged riders. We're really leaning in this one. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now, one thing I will say, this does give you a lot of space here for the shifter peg, which is nice. I think if you're wearing like a fatter boot, I'm wearing my riding sneakers. If you're wearing which are flatter on the top, but if you're wearing a fat boot, that probably is going to help you. Oh, come on. Maybe I'm not used to that late throttle response. Let's see what we are. It says tour mode. I thought we were in sport mode. Maybe that's why it never changed. Oh, getting ahead of myself. Oh, I don't think that we ever got out of tour mode. Okay, well, we've got about a quarter of a mile left. Let's see if we can put some space in between these riders and get into sport mode. Because if that was tour mode, that was some decent power. I think that either you have to be spot or have the throttle closed to change out of that. I'll definitely put it on the screen here if that's a requirement to get out of one mode to the next. I was riding a test road, the Pan America, and that thing just switches from mode to mode. You don't have to close the throttle or be stopped to do that. So we're definitely in sport mode now. I think it was in tour mode the whole time, which is probably why it still felt like that clutch. Yeah, see, the clutch looks like it's letting out a little bit earlier, or engaging a little bit earlier in sport mode than it did in tour mode. Oh, all right. Well, guys, we're coming here to the end of the ride. If you have questions about the Chief Dark Horse that I didn't answer during this test ride, make sure you leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them, and as always, oh yeah, see, it does. Oh, okay, I should have been in sport mode the whole time. Oh, that throttle is definitely touchier in sport mode. Oh my goodness, should have had it in sport mode the whole time. Oh, okay, here, let's put a little space. Yeah, the throttle is definitely touchier in sport mode than it is in, oh yeah, than it is in tour mode. Oh, you guys, I apologize that it took to the end of the ride to get into sport mode, because that's just a joy. It's a little torquey, because going from that really kind of gradual throttle response to this you know, almost immediate, as soon as I twist that throttle, it gets surged forward. But yeah, you're gonna have some fun with sport mode, and we're gonna have fun here in this last little stretch. Maybe give it a full stop here and see what we got. Here we go. Okay guys, yeah, no, sport mode is legit. Oh, I apologize for, I mean, if you're riding a cruiser, the chances are you're going to be in tour mode and standard mode most of the time, but zipping around, you're gonna put a smile on your face with that sport mode. Oh, I gotta get back into standard. It's a little too jerky here when we're just pulling in. Okay. All right, guys, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up down there, which is the like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Guys, if you are out there riding, please be safe. Be kind to one another. My name is Eric. I'm that one guy, and I am out.